Today we're looking at two monsters that got a redesign during the 11th anniversary. The Jokers and the Vampires were two of 13 monster families that got completely renewed models and skill animations. While iconic, there was something about the Joker's design that didn't feel permanent. It was a little goofy given the tone and presentation the Summoners War has grown into over the years. Plus, Lushen got a visual overhaul in every SW spinoff, and not just an art style change, he looked different. He almost looked completely different right from the start. That hairstyle that's come to define his whole look was almost a hat. On this page of the art book, we see a few examples of how Lushen's DJ skin almost looked. He lost the surfboard, but that would later be repurposed for the Boomerang Warriors. But I'm honestly more concerned about the skins that didn't end up in the game for whatever reason. This hypothetical Clockwork Joker transmog is very cool. It's got clear Mad Hatter inspiration and even features bunny ears like the White Rabbit. This is another one that's probably best on a page or viewed from the front, because anytime long hair is present, it means the character will be obstructed in-game, and we all know how I feel about those. All you see is hair. It's just hair. That's it. A soldier with paper figures would be a cool place to start for skill animations. There's a lot they could have done with this version of Lushen. But these are the coolest ones to me. They may be concepts for what eventually became the Card Master transmog in-game. There was a time where the Jokers almost had spectral daggers floating behind them, like they were doing knife throwing at a circus. They experimented with the Joker's cards suspended in a half halo behind them too, though this time with electricity floating between them. Ultimately though, they landed on a more grounded design that, to me, foreshadowed the redesign, because this feels more like a natural improvement on the Joker's original look. The design team clearly had a vision for Verd and the Vampires that didn't quite fit with their original. They wanted something more regal and elegant, and Verd didn't look the part. At least not until the redesign. Now he looks fantastic. It really brought him into the present. Something the book showed me that I didn't realize before is that the different elements have different skateboard designs. That's a nice detail. Honestly, I probably didn't notice because I preferred the Monarch of Death skin. This to me felt like what the Vampires were meant to look like. Kinda like what the Cardmaster skin was to the Jokers. But I can't lie, I actually love the Beach Party skin. They got their vampire necklace, the washboard abs, and the disheveled hair from the previous skin makes a return. And finally, we get the Halloween skin. In the art book spread, we get a closer look at the treats he's throwing as well as his cat friend. There's also a few concepts here. Most of them show that they had the idea down early. The biggest change is what he's holding and his expression. There was a version where he had balloons, a candlestick, and even bones and an eyeball. Frankly though, I think the best transmog is his remodel, both for the Vampires and the Jokers. The design team really nailed it with these, and there are many, many more to talk about. So let me know if you enjoyed the return of the concept art series, and if you're interested in seeing more, you can check out the playlist on the channel, as well as the art book on the Come To Us store. I'll have that linked in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.